Hello students. So today's topic is transformation of trigonometric formula part 4. I'm going to provide you short question. As you know that part 1 short question, long question, part 2 and part 3 which I already uploaded. So today I'm going to provide you complete solution of transformation of trigonometric formula short question. So before starting this topic, I'm going to provide you some formulas which is related with transformation of trigonometric formula. Let's take a start. First of all, write down the formulas. Sine A plus B, and the formula of sine A plus B is sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Similarly, sine A minus B, and the formula of sine A minus B is sine A cos B minus cos A sine B. Similarly, cos A plus B formula is cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. Similarly, cos A minus B, and the formula of sine A minus cos A minus B is cos A cos B plus sine A sine B. Hope you knows this formula which I already provided you before also. Now look at here another formula. This one is part 1 formula, and when you add this to what we get? When you add this to what we get? This to cancel, this plus this 2. So when you add this to what we get here? Sine A plus B plus sine A minus B, and the formula of this is 2 sine A cos B. If you know these formula, this 4 formula, you can find out this formula also. When you add this to sine A plus B plus sine A minus B plus sine A minus B is equal to this 2. When you add, we will get 2 sine A cos B, and this 2 we can cancel. Look at here, one positive, one negative. And when you subtract this to what we get here? Now look at sine A plus B minus sine A minus B. When you subtract this to here, and when you subtract this to what we get? This minus this, then this one minus this one, so this to cancel, and minus minus it will plus. So formula is 2 cos A sine B. Look at properly this one, sine A plus B plus sine A minus B. Formula of this is 2 sine A cos B, and here, so if plus, then sine A cos B, 2 sine A cos B. If minus, then cos A sine B, opposite. If plus, then 2 sine A cos B, easy to learn. If plus, then sine A cos B. If minus, then cos A sine B, and 2 is here, 2 cos A cos B. Similarly, we have to find out cos A plus B plus cos A minus B, and again cos A plus B minus cos A minus B. Both we have to find out, in plus also, in minus also. So add this to, when you add, what we get here? Cos A plus B plus this one plus cos A minus B. When you add this to, what we get here? This to cancel, remaining this 2. When you add this to, what we get here? 2 cos A cos B. Look at properly, when you add this 2 which is here, and when you add RHS also, this 2 we can cancel, one positive, one negative here, so we can cancel, and here both positive, cos A cos B, cos A cos B. When you add this 2, we get 2 cos A cos B. Similarly, when you subtract this 2, what we get here? When you subtract, so what we write here? Cos A plus B minus cos A minus B. When you subtract this to, what we get here? This minus this. It means this 2 we can cancel. Okay, you can do in rough also, this minus this. Minus this means we have to write inside bracket, because of that minus, this plus will be minus, and this 2 cancel. So remaining here is minus, and here also minus, so minus minus plus, so minus 2 sine A sine B. In some books you will get like this, or some books you will get 2 sine A sine B only, but this you will get cos A minus B front and cos A plus B at the back. It means here taking minus common. You have to learn this much now. You have, in some book you will get cos A minus B minus cos A plus B is equal to 2 sine A sine B. To make this positive, they interchange their places. You have to take minus common. So if you know these formula which I provided you before also, if you know these 4 formulas, from here adding, subtracting, you will get this formula. So better you have to learn. Look at here. If plus, then sine A front, cos B back. Sine A cos B. If minus, then cos A sine B. If here plus, cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. If here plus, then cos A cos B. Easy to understand. If here plus in the form of cos, when cos A plus B plus cos A minus B, then cos A cos B. But if minus there, if minus, then what we have to write? Sine A sine B. But here is minus. Now one thing you have to look, cos A plus B minus cos A minus B, then you have to write minus. But if this part cos A minus B is front and this one at the back, then here no need to write on minus. Okay, just minus taking common. Hope you understand this. Now look at next formula. Last formula of trigonometry. 4 remaining formulas are sin C plus sin D. Look at the formula of sin C plus sin D, and the formula of sin C plus sin D is 2 sin C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. At last I will teach you in tricks how to remember these all formula. I will show you tricks also. Next, sin C minus sin D, 2 cos C plus D by 2 sin C minus D by 2. Similarly, cos C plus cos D formula, 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2, and cos D minus cos C, 2 sin C plus D by 2 sin C minus D by 2. Now once look at properly, then I will teach you tricks how to remember these formulas. Now look at here. Sin C plus sin D, sin C plus D plus C plus D, sin C plus sin D, then sin first, cos back, sin C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. Similarly, if minus, sin C minus sin D, then what we have to write here? 2 cos C plus D by 2, cos front. If minus is here, cos front, sin back. Now you can see C plus D by 2, C plus D by 2, C plus D by 2, C plus D by 2. And here C minus D by 2, C minus D by 2, C minus D by 2. Just you have to remember where to write cos, where to write on sin. If minus, first cos, then sin. If both cos C plus cos D plus, then both you have to write in the form of cos only. Cos C plus D by 2, cos C minus D by 2. But I wrote here not cos C minus cos D, I wrote here cos D minus C. If D minus C, then both sin C plus D by 2, C minus D by 2. But when you will write here cos C minus cos D, then you have to write here minus. Okay, minus 2 sin C plus D by 2 sin C minus D by 2. When you will write cos C front and cos D here, cos C minus cos D, then you have to write here minus. But you can write here in cos D minus cos C, so this will be positive. So easy to learn here. No negative, just C plus D by 2, C plus D by 2. Here C minus D by C by 2. When positive, then sin first, cos second. When minus, then cos first, sin second. And when cos both here positive, then cos cos. And when negative, then sin sin. Hope you understand this formula. Let's take a start some problem related with transformation of trigonometric formula. Short question I am going to provide you here. Let's take a start, and the question number 1 is prove that cos 105 cos 15 is equal to minus 1 by 4. We have to prove. Take LHS here. LHS cos 105 cos 15. When you see this cos 105 and cos 15, you have to remember formula of 2 cos A cos B, cos A cos B. Don't forget the formula of cos A cos B, cos A sin B, like this, sin A sin B, 2 cos A cos B. Then to write down in the form of 2 cos A cos B, we have to divide by 2. 2 cos 105 and cos 15. So we can cancel this 2, it will be same. We are trying to convert in the formula of 2 cos A cos B, that's why we have to write 1 by 2 into 2, so we can cancel this. Now this is in the form of 2 cos A cos B, and the formula of 2 cos A cos B is cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. 1 by 2 cos A plus B. In the place of A, what is here? 105, and in the place of B here is 15. So we can write here 105 plus 15 plus cos 105 minus 15. Look at here, cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. Formula of 2 cos A cos B is cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. In the place of A, 105, in the place of B here is 15. Now we have to add cos. When you add this two term, we get 120, plus when you subtract, we get cos. Here we have to subtract, we get 90. 105 minus 15. Now we have to put the values of 120. Cos 120 means minus 1 by 2 plus cos 90 means 0. When you add this 2, we get 1 by 2 into minus 1 by 2 is equal to minus 1 by 4. We have to prove minus 1 by 4. Hope you understand this first question of this topic. Now look at question number 2. And the question number B is prove that sine 75 sine 15 is equal to 1 by 4. We have to prove. Take LHS here. Sine 75 sine 15. First of all, we have to convert this in the form of 2 sine A sine B. Then we have a formula cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. 2 sine A sine B formula is cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. So to write here 2, we have to write 1 by 2 into 2 sine 75 sine 15. We cannot write directly here 2, so we have to write 1 by 2 into 2, because when you cancel this 2, it will be same. Now 1 by 2. Now use here formula 2 sine A sine B formula is cos A minus B 75 minus 15 minus cos A plus B 75 plus 15. You can see here in the place of A here is 75 and in the place of B here is 15. So cos A minus B 75 minus 15 minus cos A plus B 75 plus 15. In the place of A 75, in the place of B here is 15. Now we have to subtract and put the values. So 1 by 2 cos, when you subtract this 2, we get here 60 minus cos, and when you add this 2, we get 90. 1 by 2 cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2 minus cos 90, it will be 0. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 4. We have to prove 1 by 4. This question number 2, hope you understand properly. Now look at question number 3. And the question number 3 is prove that cos 105 plus cos 15 is equal to 1 by root 2. By looking this question, you can see here this is in the form of cos C plus cos D. You have to remember the formula of cos C plus cos D is 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. In trigonometry, if you don't know the formula, it will be very difficult to solve this kind of problem, any problem from trigonometry. So before starting this practice this type of question, you have to remember each and every formula. It will be easy. If you forgot, no problem, you turn the page, look at the formula, try 2-3 times, then you can remember easily all the formulas. Now take LHS here. Cos 105 plus cos 15. This is in the form of cos C plus cos D, and the formula of cos C plus cos D is 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. So 2 cos C means 105, D means 15. 105 plus 15 by 2. 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D. C means 105. 105 minus 15 by 2. C minus D by 2. Hope you understand this. 2 cos C plus D by 2, cos C minus D by 2. C means 105, D means 15. Cos C plus cos D formula I used here. Now 2 cos, when you add this 2, we get here 105 plus 15, it means 120, and 120 by 2, it will be 60. So 60 cos. Similarly here, when you subtract this to 105 minus 15, we get 90, and 90 divided by 2, we get 45. Now we have to put the values. 2 into cos 60 means 1 by 2 into cos 45 means 1 by root under 2. 1 by root under 2. Now you can cancel this 2 and the remaining is 1 by root under 2, which we have to prove. RHS proved. Hope you understand this question number 3, which is very easy. And look at the question number 4. And the question number 4 is prove that sine 15 plus sine 75 is equal to root under 3 by 2. So this type of question you will get 2 marks. Okay. Take LHS here. Sine 15 plus sine 75. While looking this, you can see this is in the form of sine C plus sine D. Sine C plus sine D formula is 2 sine C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. In the place of C, you can see here is 15, and in the place of D, you can see here is 75. Or you can write sine 75 here and sine 15 here, no problem, because here is plus. If minus, then you cannot interchange. Now we are going to use here formula of sine C plus sine D. In the place of C here is 15, in the place of D here is 75. So formula is 2 sine C plus D. It means 15 plus 75 by 2. C plus D. C means 15, D means 75. 2 sine C plus D by 2 cos C minus D. 15 minus 75. 15 minus 75 by 2. After this 2 sine, when you add this 2, we get 75 plus 15, 90, and 90 by 2, it will be 45. Similarly, cos, when you subtract this 2, we get minus 60, minus 60 by 2, we will get here minus 30. And one thing keep in your mind, when sine minus A is equal to minus sine A, cos minus A, it will be cos A, and tan minus A, it will be minus tan A. Okay, so in the cos minus A, it will be cos A, minus will be removed. So here also minus 30, we can write here cos 30 only. So 2 sine 45 cos 30. 2, the value of sine 45 is 1 by root under 2, and the value of cos 30 is root 3 by 2. The value of cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Sine 45 means 1 by root 2. Now 2 and 2 cancel. So remaining here root 3 by root 2. We can write inside one root under 3 by 2. We have to prove root under 3 by 2. RHS proved. Hope you understand this question number 4 too. If there is any confusion, you can comment and tell me. Now look at question number 5, which is find the value of sine 15 and sine 105. Here no need to prove, we have to find our value. You will get question in this form also. We have to find out the value of sine 75 and sine 105. What is the formula? This is in the form of sine C minus sine D. Sine C minus sine D. And what is the formula of sine C minus sine D? 2 cos C plus D by 2 sine C minus D by 2. So we have to use same formula here. 2 cos C plus D by 2 sine C minus D by 2. Solution here is given sine 75 minus sine 105. This is in the form of sine C minus sine D. You can turn the page and look at the formula if you don't know the formula. Sine C minus sine D formula is 2 cos C plus D. C means 75. 75 plus 105 by 2 sine 75 minus 105 by 2. 2 cos c plus d by 2 sine c minus d by 2. In the place of c here is 75, in the place of d here is 105. So 2 cos, we have to add this 105 plus 75, it will be 180, and 180 divided by 2 we get here 90. Similarly sine, when you subtract this to 75 minus 105, we will get there 75 minus 105, it will be minus 30 divided by 2, it will be minus 15. So here we get here minus 15. And I told you before also, sine minus 15 we have to write minus sine 15, because sine minus a is equal to minus sine a. Only in cos minus will remove. So what we can write here, 2, the value of cos 90. What is the value of cos 90 there? 0. And sine 15 we don't know the value. So this minus we can write here, cos 90 means 0, and sine 15 we don't know the values. We cannot use for table or calculator, we have to use values only, and sine 15 values we don't know now. So actually here cos 90 0 came here 0, it means whole the process will be 0. So what is the answer here? 0. So find the value of sine 75 minus sine 105, and the answer is 0. Hope you understand this question. Now look at question number 6. And the question number 6 is, prove that cos 75 plus cos 15 by sine 75 minus sine 15 is equal to root under 3. We have to prove cos 75 plus cos 15. Okay, take LHS here. The LHS cos 75 plus cos 15 by sine 75 minus sine 15. You can see this is in the form of cos c plus cos d, and we can use formula of cos c plus cos d. And what is the formula of cos c plus cos d? 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos c minus d by 2. Similarly, you can see in the denominator sine c minus sine d. This is in the form of sine c minus sine d. Sine c minus sine d formula is 2 cos c plus d by 2 sine c minus d by 2. So you have to remember formulas, very important. Now cos c plus cos d, use here formula 2 cos c plus d. In the place of c 75, in the place of d 15. So we can write here 75 plus 15 by 2 cos 75 minus 15 by 2. Similarly, cos c minus sine c minus sine d formula is 2 cos c plus d. 75 plus 15, c means 75 and the d means 15. C plus d by 2 sine c minus d. It means 75 minus 15 by 2. After this, you can cancel this 2 here. Cos 75 plus 15, it will be 90, and 90 by 2 we get here 45. Similarly, this one cos, when you subtract this to 75 minus 15 we get 30, 60, and divided by 2 we get here 30. Similarly, cos 75 plus 15 by 2 we get here cos 45, and here sine 75 minus 15 60, and 60 by 2 we get here 30. Now cos 45 and cos 45 we can cancel. Now remaining here cos 30 by sine 30. Cos 30 by sine 30 means cot 30, and the value of cot 30 is root under 3. We have to prove root 3. If you don't know the value of cot 30, some students don't know the value of cot 30, no problem. You know the value of tan 30, and the value of tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So cot 30 means reciprocal of tan 30. Just turn numerator and denominator. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3, so cot 30 is root 3 by 1. Root 3 by 1 means root 3. So the value of cot 30 is root 3, which we have to prove. RHS proved. Hope you understand this question number 6. Now look at the question number 7, and the question number 7 is, prove that sin a plus sin b by sin a minus sin b is equal to tan a plus b cot a minus b by 2. So here sine A plus B means sine C plus sine D. We can use the formula. In here sine A minus sine B means we can use formula of sine C minus sine D. Take LHS here. Sine A plus sine B by sine A minus sine B. Now use formula of sine C plus sine D. What is the formula? 2 sine C plus D. It means A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2. Sine A plus sine B, 2 sine A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2. Similarly, cos A minus sine A minus sine B, and the formula of sine A minus sine B is 2 cos A plus B by 2 sine A minus B by 2. So again this 2 and 2 cancel. Sine A plus B by 2 by cos A plus B by 2, sine by cos, it will be tan. Here is A plus B by 2, so we can write here A plus B by 2. Similarly, cos by sine means cot. Here A minus B by 2, A minus B by 2. So cos by sine means cot. We can write here cot A minus B by 2. So tan A plus B by 2 cot A minus B by 2. We have to prove tan A plus B by 2 cot A minus B by 2. It's very easy. Just take LHS sine A plus sine B or sine C plus sine D. Sine C plus sine D formula is 2 sine C plus D by 2. It means in the place of C here is A, in the place of D here is B. Or you can write sine A plus B formula is sine A plus B by 2 cos A minus B by 2. Similarly, this is in the form of sine A minus sine B, and the formula is 2 cos A plus B by 2 sine A minus B by 2. And when you do this is in the form of formula sine by cos means tan, cos by sine means cot. When these two are similar, then only you can write, suppose here is A plus B by 2, but here A minus B by 2, you cannot write here tan. If this theta will be same, then only you can write, because sine theta by cos theta, sine theta by cos alpha, you cannot write tan alpha. When theta will be same, then only you can write here tan, and here cos by sine is equal to cot. In same process, I am going to do next question. You can see here, and the next question is sine 5 theta plus sine 3 theta by cos 5 theta cos 3 theta is equal to tan 4 theta we have to prove. So take LHS here. LHS sine 5 theta plus sine 3 theta by cos 5 theta plus cos 3 theta. As you know, this is in the form of sine C plus sine D, and the formula of sine C plus sine D is 2 sine C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. Similarly, in denominator you can see here this is in the form of cos C plus cos D, and the formula of cos C plus cos D is 2 cos C plus D by 2 cos C minus D by 2. So you have to remember trigonometric formula. Sine C plus sine D formula we have to use here. 2 sine C plus D, 5 theta plus 3 theta by 2. In the place of C here is 5 theta. In the place of D here is 3 theta. C plus D by 2. Similarly, cos C minus D. So 5 theta minus 3 theta by 2. And here in denominator, cos C plus cos D formula is 2 cos C plus D. C means 5 theta, D means 3 theta. 5 theta plus 3 theta by 2 cos C minus D by 2. C means 5 theta minus 3 theta by 2. You can cancel here 2. Now sine 5 theta plus 3 theta, it will be 8 theta. These two are like terms, so we can add 5 theta plus 3 theta means 8 theta, and 8 theta by 2, it will be 4 theta. Here also cos 5 theta minus 3 theta, it will be 2 theta by 2 remaining theta. Here also in denominator you can see here 5 theta plus 3 theta, 8 theta by 2, 4 theta, and similarly last one 5 theta minus 3 theta, 2 theta by 2, it will be theta. So cos theta and cos theta we can cancel, and the remaining is sine 4 theta by cos 4 theta. We get here tan 4 theta. We have to prove here tan 4 theta RHS proved. So transformation of trigonometric formula part 4 short questions completed today, and the next coming videos related with long question of part 4. Hope you all understand each and every questions. So if you are new on my channel, please hit the like button, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell button so you will get notification of upcoming videos. Thank you so much. Keep in touch.